Bonjour, love lovers. So we're still continuing with our series on composite charts, like ascendants and composite charts. And the last one that we did was a Scorpio ascendant, which was like 6 months ago, like when my baby was still so tiny. And so now I want to go back to that series and we can continue. And yeah, of course I don't post often because I have work that I do. I have work also for the channel, and then I have little babies that I take care of, my little babies here, and they still not, one is still not in the stage to be independent. So yeah, anyway, Gemini, Sagittarius Ascendant. Now, when we're talking about a Sagittarius Ascendant in a composite chart, first of all, the composite chart is a merger of two different charts. So we look at the partner's birth chart, right? And we find a middle point for each planet and also for the ascendants themselves using the degrees, right? And then this is how we come up with a composite chart. So now, basically when you think of a Sagittarius, there are like identifiers that come up and pop up in your mind so quickly, right? You think explorative, you think intelligent, you think outgoing, right? But these slightly change when it comes to a composite chart, to a couple, because you can't use like intelligent to define a couple, right? Because then they don't have literally the same brain. But how we can define this couple is that this is a couple that is obviously, when I say obviously, I mean to the people, who are looking at them, they can see that they are outgoing. Like, this is a couple that it could be traveling a lot. For an example, you see, normally on YouTube, there are those couples who are traveling in minivans, who are traveling as a family from one city to one city. That is a type of a Sagittarius ascendant in a composite chart. So that would be the couple, like a couple who likes to be on the road a lot, or a couple, if they're working, then this is a couple who would make sure that for their vacations they go perhaps to another region far away from home, and if they have even enough budget, then this is a couple that is going to other countries so often. Okay, that is a Sagittarius ascendant in a composite chart. And in terms of like the outlook of love, this is a couple that when they get angry at each other, like the partners, they quickly dissolve their issues. Like, this is how their whole persona is like. This is a couple that would be disagreeing at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then by 3 o'clock in the afternoon they've already moved on from the fight, and it seems like they've never even had an argument that day. So that is a Sagittarius ascendant in a composite chart. And another thing that is very, very visible is that they have friends as a couple, but they don't really get attached to any of their friends. So this is a couple that would be like talking to everyone and be friendly with everyone, but they don't really have those attachments to certain friends, like some ascendants would do, right? The reason is that, of course, they're moving around, they're moving a lot, and they like to explore and meet different people, different types of people. So they don't really have time to attach their couple to only, this specific friend or these specific friends, right? Now, when it also comes to their, finances, like as a couple, we're seeing that there's a lot of work that needs to be put into the couple for them to gain money, right? And of course, they're traveling and they're exploring, so of course they do spend a lot of money. So there is a lot of limitations when it comes to their finances. Like, it's either they really have to work hard to gain money, or because of it not being so much like the money itself, like maybe they don't earn a lot of money, maybe they don't they don't have a lot of materials in life, resources, but there's a lot of restrictions that we see. So it's either they're spending a lot, because obviously we can see from this couple as well that there are a lot of transformations or ups and downs regarding to their expenses as well. So it's like, this is a couple that would be like, let's say they are traveling. I know I'm just going to take this basic trait of traveling, right? So let's say they're traveling, right? And as they're traveling, maybe their car breaks down, and all of a sudden now they have this huge expense, which introduces like a quick transformation in their expenditure, right? So we're seeing a whole lot of this type of behavior in their relationship, which as a result of it restricts their values, their resources, and their finances in the bank, right? So this type of a couple, as I said, explorative, open-minded, speaking to everyone. So you find that as they talk to everyone, they are a part of a community, or they prefer to treat like their neighbors, people in the neighborhood as part of their community. So if they're doing a project, this is a couple that I see inviting the community to be involved, like wanting to share their projects, their self-effort with the community, right? So this is why you'd find that we watching a lot of YouTube videos where we watch these couples traveling and all of that, because they want us, the community, to be part of their adventures, to be part of their communication, to be part of all of that, like feel like the neighborhood, right? As such, you find that even their neighborhoods, they are quite different, because of, if you're moving a lot, you end up, having different types of neighbors, right? Let's say this year you are in a nice suburb, you have nice working people. The next year you guys are moving to like a bit of different cultured neighborhood. So we're seeing a whole lot. or if maybe you're staying in one neighborhood for a long time because of the restrictions again that I spoke about in terms of finances, but you'd find out this couple is also staying in a neighborhood that has lots of different people, like different species of people, different cultures of people, different races of people. So these would be that, like, their neighbors and stuff, like a neighborhood, and and even friends, because I mean, as I said, they don't attach themselves to one particular friend. So they have different types of friends who are different, who are introducing different spices. By spices, I mean they are introducing different types of vibes about life and lifestyles and such, right? But at the same time, the friends that they make as a couple are also like vibey people, like easygoing people who don't necessarily want to rule the world, right? So these are like supportive friends, friends who easily engage to their or with their projects, right? And you'd find that, people from, let's say, their professional sides, like friends from their professional sides, you find that these friends also help this couple, get good contacts in life, like contacts in terms of, let's say maybe they want to start a business, then these friends from the professional sphere would introduce them to so-and-so, the director of this organization, the director of that organization, have a phone number to the assistant of so-and-so who is important. So this is type of the vibe that they're receiving from the people they surround themselves with, right? But now, when it comes to their home life, because I mean, as I said, home life is on the go, right? Or is facing some financial restrictions, sometimes. Therefore, you find that they have this spiritual out view, rather not like spiritual, but like what's the word, like a calm view of what goes, what comes. They have this esoteric point when it comes to their home lives, and you'd find that they face a whole lot of losses within their home or related to their home. For an example, because of the expenses that I talked about earlier, like where they face like these random expenses that just come and out of the blue, you'd find that let's say maybe they buy a simple thing like a couch, they make an investment in a couch, right? And because of this investment in this couch, which is something really basic for the home, right? But you find that for some reason this couch is gonna break, after maybe some 3 months, and they would have spent some money on it, so they find a loss, through the investment within the home or with things related to the home. And as such, going back again to the example that I made about a car breaking down, I'm gonna find a lot of stuff, a lot of these losses relating to properties such as vehicles as well. But as I said, they have this open view, like what comes, what goes. Some people could say it's a spiritual perspective, and some people could just say, it's just letting things be, it's just letting faith be, or, stuff like that. So what we can also see happening within the home or at the home now of this couple is that because they like to mingle with the different people, and, as I said, they they get their neighbors and their neighborhood involved in their lives. So you'd also find that there are people who come in the home who bring losses to the home. So for example, there could be some escapism that is happening within the home, like people of who use different herbs or different drugs, who come within the home to use those, and as a result, of course, it's a loss of what? It's a loss of health that we see happening through that, right? But at the same time, this also could be a home or like a sanctuary home where people come and get advices from this couple, where people come and just, have like an ease of mind, where people come in and to just feel so rejuvenated. Like literally this home, because, it could be a sanctuary, this home could be like even having a spa, massage, things like that within the home, where people come in to get some rejuvenation within the home. So that's what we're saying. So always, when it comes to the Sagittarius Ascendant, we are saying that the home life is it, because remember the fish, the Pisces. So the home life is either like going through the route of spirituality, rejuvenation, health, yoga, meditation, or it's going through the route of losing health in terms of escapism, using drugs, just disappearing from the life because you want to go to the other world, but through drugs and things that deteriorate your health. So this is what we could be seeing happening within the home, either of the two. Now, when it comes to their children, these guys, my goodness, they have like kids that are very active, first of all. And of course, they're going to have children that are active because they themselves are active, are moving, are not bound in one place. This is a couple that could also be seen by the public as, an advisor, like when we want help, we go to this couple and say, hey couple, I'm having problems, what do you guys think I should do, right? And you could also see this couple as some sort of like important people within the neighborhood. There's this other show of like a courtroom where the couple are the judge, like it's a judge and his wife, or the judge and her husband, they both judges, so they're doing a couples court. Yeah, that's what the show is called. It's called a couples court. So I wouldn't be surprised to learn that their composite chart is actually a Sagittarius Ascendant. I wouldn't be surprised. I didn't check it, but these are the types of people also with a Sagittarius Ascendant, where you find that they're giving counsel, they're giving lessons, they're teaching the public as a couple. But it will never happen without both of them. It's always going to be a couple because this is a composite chart, right? So because now then these kids have these type of parents, you find that the kids as well are active in the community, like they are known to be doing something like any activity. These are not the kids that are going to be like, inhibited within the home or lazy, or no. These are the kids that are themselves going to be pushing their own agendas, pushing their own envelopes, pushing their own activities, like being very sportive and going to swimming, going to tennis, from all of that. So these are the kids of this couple, right? Now, what we also see, as I said, lots and lots of expenditures that are always going up and down, huge, small, up and down, paying taxes Also, the in-laws, could also, this couple could also be spending on them. But now when it comes to their health, because, as I said, health is also something that could be problematic for this couple. Now, we are seeing, of course, that what they could be suffering from in terms of the couple, it could be like traditional things, like, the cough, where if I'm starting to cough and then my husband also starts coughing, something traditional like these. But then, of course, when it comes to the conflicts, as I said, are also dealt with so swiftly and with a lot of diplomacy, right? Like they really deal nicely with their conflicts and all of that, right? But because they can be very, very fixed when it comes to their problems, and the conflict itself, you could find that these are recurring arguments. Meaning that even though they can be like angry today, at 3 o'clock, and then in the morning, they're okay, but they would be recurring, more like fixed, more like something that really needs to be fixed from the root, like where we have to go to the root to heal it, because it's so fixed, right? And we are seeing a lot of of their enemies or their competitors as a couple, as people who are very, very pushy, right? The people who challenge this couple are very pushy. They really, really like more material based, right? So they are competitors, and the people who give them troubles are people who are doing it because of material goals or material objectives, right? Now, because they want and they love to involve the community, so you'll find that they also deal with a lot of businesses, in their lives. So this is a couple that could be talking to a lot of different businesses at a time, like sending messages to this business, trying to see if they could be helped by this business with a certain marketing strategy. They send another email to another business trying to see if they could have a sales contract or something like that. But we're finding a lot of this communication, businessy communication, when it comes to this couple. They like to include the community, but at the same time they are looking at ways to market themselves. If they are on YouTube driving a truck, they want us to see how their truck life is like, and they're marketing it to us, and they're giving us t-shirts to buy with maybe their name, their logo and stuff like that. So when it comes to dealing with the public as a couple, they like to be very friendly, very communicative, but at the same time always trying to also push some sort of a business agenda when it comes to relating to other people, as opposed to when they dealing with their friends. When they dealing with their friends, they want to push agendas of social activism, like projects that are nice, are friendly, not too serious, not too businessy, no money involved. Now, but when it comes to us, the general public, the strangers, is all like a businessy type of a vibe, right? Or it's also more like trying to teach us something, but they're gonna charge us, money for that. Or, if they're giving us counsel, they're gonna charge us money for that. So it's all transactional when it comes to the public, right? As I said before, expenses are also spent. There are expenses also sent towards the in-laws. We are finding a lot of fluctuation in terms of like the relationship with the in-laws. So that means it's either one of the partner's family is not really supportive of this relationship this year, then the next year something happens, all of a sudden they interested, and then again all of a sudden they distant. So there's always like fluctuations happening with the relationship with the in-laws, and there's no stability as such. But what we see is that there's a nurturing and a nice vibe when things are good. Okay, they could feel like very welcome, very nurtured. And when things are bad, there's some moods, there's mood swings with the in-laws. We're not talking, we don't want to talk, and you find that even like the small things, one of the in-law family could just react to this couple, or the couple could just react so emotionally when it comes to that. But now what we see is that, as I said initially, as my initial vibe, that I'm seeing a lot of restrictions when it comes to their finances. And indeed, when it comes to their shared resources, with these fluctuations happening, big losses, small losses, all of that, we find that this couple, oh my goodness, could literally face bankruptcy. Sometimes, they could, have so little money that they don't know how to do the next week, and then they have huge money coming in all of a sudden again. So lots of fluctuation regarding their values, their material, their money, and their shared resources, right? Now when it comes to exploring and seeing the world, talking with other people, learning, as I said, this is what we know them about. So of course they bold in that they want the world to know, they want to shine through these things. They want the world to know them about these identifiers and these traits when it comes to their couple. So they're very sure and they're very bold, and they're going to tell us all about their travels, their explorations, their knowledge. They want us to know that they know. Right. And of course, with the work, they have to really work hard because they have to push that money coming in. So they work very hard, and they even work on their image as a couple. Like, this is a couple that would like be picky about their image. Like, they want to be perfect in our eyes. They want us to think them like as a very, very perfect, if we should use the word couple, right? And as such, they could be critiquing their public persona themselves. Like, oh my gosh, babe, we're gonna go out, please dress like this. Oh my gosh, babe, we're gonna get out, please dress, please wear this dress. Oh my god, babe, you cannot, oh my gosh, you cannot go out in those pants. What are the people gonna think about us? So there's a lot of, what are the people gonna think about us? What are the people going to think about us if they see us wearing this? What are the people going to think about us if they see us talking about? What are the people going to think about? So they always like minding the people and what the people will say about them. They care about the opinions of the people. This is that couple, hey? And as such, they're right to be like that, because indeed the public will criticize them if they go off route, or if they behave in a certain way, because of their stature in the public eye anyway, and within their friendship zones. So of course, if you're in the public eye a lot, and you're meeting with a lot of people, and you're talking to a lot of people, and you're involved in a lot of projects, and you're inviting the public into your life, then of course you're going to be criticized in any case, right? So guys, that is the what is the word? That is the life, or that is the Sagittarius Ascendant. But before I do, I just wanted to quickly talk about their bedroom life, right? This bedroom, because I mean, they're exploring, right? This bedroom life is very emotional. These guys, when they are, in the bedroom life, when they're dealing with the bedroom life and their rapid activities and stuff like that, they're very emotional towards each other, and they're very deep, they're very, for them, this is a part in their life where it's just about them. It's just about them and attaching themselves to each other and connecting so deeply that we cannot get involved as a public. They just so emotional when it comes to this life, the bedroom life. And they're loyal as well. They're very loyal as well to each other when it comes to the rapid activities. This is not a couple, even though they explorative, open-minded, but this is not a couple to involve a third party in their relationship often, okay? For them, it's all about them. It's all about you and me, babe. It's all about let's explore each other deeply, so deeply that we feel totally naked inside out with each other, okay? The world doesn't matter. It's just you and me, and we're just gonna explore and go as deep as we can in terms of knowing each other deeply within, through the bedroom life, through the rapid activities, right? And this is a couple that even when they are active, in the action, it's like they bond with each other even deeper than they would normally. When it comes to this activity, this is where the waters just run so deep, literally. With this couple, it's just a soul bondage type of a vibe when it comes to their bedroom life. And they can also be, very moody with it, with this type of life where you find that it's not just physical for them, you guys. It's really not just physical. It's really emotional, but intense emotions that get involved. And as such, that is why they have to be loyal to each other and selfish about each other because of what they share and the depth that they share with each other through these activities. So this is not something to be taken very lightly. For them, it is like a ritual that binds them together. Oh, so beautiful. Yeah, wow, so beautiful. Anyway, guys, so we're going to continue bit by bit. And, also it's very important to not break up with your people, you guys. Just remember that the transits are there, and they could make you want to break up, and then later on find out that actually you didn't have to break up. So I'm offering another option where I offer up to 2 years of planning and tell you exactly which periods you should take care of so that you don't break up with your partner, so that you can, see a therapist if you have to, or you can lay low and not inside, the bed vibes. So that's another option that I've added. You can check my website for all the offers and book to maintain your love and to maintain your relationship, right? So guys, thanks for your time, and I'll chat to you soon, yeah? Happy winter. Ciao, ciao.